not too far to travel along the M42 from Manchester. Franck Kessié and Andy Robertson, the respective captains for this one. Scotland, well, the Ivorians have made 11 changes. Scotland have made 9. Just Andy Robertson and Scott McTominay keeping their spots from the weekend defeat against Japan. Liam Kelly starting in goal for only the second appearance for him for Scotland. It's a very makeshift lineup on the whole for the Scots. However, Don, what an opportunity for these players to show Steve Clarke that they should be in the squad for the World Cup in the United States.
Oh, absolutely. When you think of Shea Adams and George Hurst leading the line as a pair, it's not something that Steve Clarke normally does. I'm not sure Andy Robertson will suit playing a left wing back, but you look at Christie, McTominay and Gilmore in midfield, that is very, very strong.
Decent crowd in attendance at Hill Dickinson Stadium, a magnificent place to play football. When Everton played Chelsea recently, the noise levels were incredible, thanks of course to a home team winning. The Ivorians are actually the home team, so the away team today, Don, have quite a few supporters in attendance, and 5 figures expected to travel across to the United States. There's loads of expats as well, and loads of Ivorians will be in attendance for the Ivory Coast back at the World Cup as Les Elephants head to the United States. Kenny Dalglish, of course, in attendance as well. It's the great and the good in attendance in the stands. This is a tough one for Scotland against a side ranked 5 places above them. They have a better record. Header back in by Kieran Tierney. Chance here for Shea Adams. Didn't have enough on that one for Andy Robertson. And Kusunu able to dispossess. He now loses possession. George Hurst fancies it. Good block. To the air by Kessié. And the effort from distance is well saved by Lafont.
Great strike that from Ryan Christie.
The goals for Bournemouth of late. Nice turn by McTominay. Good start from Scotland. Kieran Tierney from distance. The last time a commentator said that was Scotland against Denmark. And we know what happened then at Hampden back in November.
3 of the very best goals I think I've ever seen in one game. It was good work initially from Hurst, just dropping the shoulder, trying to get the strike away. And then Christie on the edge of the box, he's just waiting for the knockdown, waiting for the header, trying to anticipate where the ball's going to land, and it was a very, very good strike with his left foot. It was good timing. And he worked the goalkeeper well.
It's it wide for Kuna. And the deflection could easily have troubled Liam Kelly a little bit more. First time we've really seen Nicolas Pepe involved, and John Souttar with the touch for the Ivorian corner.
Yeah, it was a good block there from Souttar. Not the quickest, he's got to make sure he gets himself back to a good defensive position.
It's a 3-horse race for the Scottish Premiership title involving John Souttar's current club Rangers, his former club Hearts, and Rangers' Glasgow rivals Celtic. First corner of the game. Pepe. Taking a bit of time to get into this game, the Ivory Coast. This is much better, and the delivery was very decent.
Play at wing back.
The Tartan Army back in Liverpool. There were some, I'm sure, who were here that were at Anfield in 1977. That handball, Joe Jordan still doesn't admit to, against Wales. Good ball in behind by Kearney for Robertson. He's got the pace to get there. And Scott McTominay was coming in, and it was taken off his toes by Ryan Christie. And comfortably in the end, saved by Lafont. And now to the other end. 4 forward for the Ivorians. This is Nicolas Pepe. right across the face and in. Ivory Coast have the lead. And from Scotland with a chance at one end to Nicola Pepe scoring at the other. The Africans ahead in Liverpool.
Well, it was a goal that just took for an age to get it over the line. It was almost slow motion. Scotland at the other end with a Ryan Christie chance, and then seconds later they're one behind. Terrific counter-attack football from Ivory Coast. Too much space being given up in that midfield. Christie and McTominay at the top end of the pitch. They're not back into their defensive position, and then it took an age now for the goalkeeper to only hope the shot was going to go wide. No one anticipated it coming off the post. The tap-in finish for Pepe, couldn't miss.
12th international goal for Nicola Pepe. He wasn't involved at the weekend. Now Andy Robertson comes wide. McCrory splits the field on the other side.
Yeah, sometimes it's not all about putting 11 on paper and go, yeah, that looks pretty good. The players have got to fit that 11. And that's the dilemma, I think, for Steve Clarke with Tierney and Robertson.
Well, Aaron Hickey, who...
fantastic player.
He's a brilliant player. Played in the Scottish Cup final for Hearts at the age of 16, but he's got a hamstring injury right now, so if he can stay fit for the World Cup, he's your obvious option at right back. The problem for Franck Kessié, take any chances.
He's always been a quality player, fantastic player in his prime at AC Milan. He's gone out to Saudi, still playing well, still uses the ball well.
Big Dunk. Any stories about Big Dunk that you can tell?
Probably the most difficult one was when Walter Smith took the armband off Big Dunk and give it to me, and I had to go into next training and try and inform Dunk that he was no longer captain of Everton. When I asked Dave Watson, should I pull him, he went no.
They've come in recent times.
So that midfield again, look.
Yeah,
Billy Gilmore, Scott McTominay, Christie, all ahead of the ball.
Why?
I mean, that cannot happen. That cannot happen at international level where all three of your midfield players are ahead of the ball, and better teams will punish you.
Well, he's not shy on his debut. And this one, cutting across it. Liam Kelly, I think, thought that might have been a little bit further over than it actually was in the national team.
Watching Craig Burley chuck his toys out the pram when he tried to get convinced of Craig Brown to play right wing back. Nah, anyway, number 10 though, playing off Billy Dodds. It was a pleasure to play for Scotland with the midfield players we had behind us.
Third corner. Couldn't quite get enough on that one, Diamande. Sporting centre-back, unable to really trouble Liam Kelly.
You know, if you're George Hurst, go and sit on Kessie. It just frees up McTominay, it frees up Gilmore.
Here is McTominay. Another good save from Lafont, who earlier denied Ryan Christie. And Scotland get their first corner.
Good effort from deep. From McTominay. In that position, he's going to always take one touch and get his shot away. Couple of touches just to set himself.
Left back Tierney on the bench. In the first game, I don't think you play three at the back against Haiti. Here's Robertson.
It's a game you go all out attack.
You have
got to win the game.
Well, as much as Steve Clarke does. Two strikers today. That's better. Tierney for Robertson. Well defended, but much better from Scotland.
Yeah, brilliant that from Diamande, you know. Good defended, but better from Scotland. Had a little bit of joy down this left-hand side.
One of the things that Steve Clarke might be looking for in the second half is getting the ball in earlier, or getting shots on target earlier. He did that in the first 10 minutes. There's been a fair bit of time where they've maybe played that extra pass or taken that extra touch. They've had the opportunity to trouble Lafont or get it wide.
Yeah, I think the conundrum with Shea Adams, if the opposition are sitting in that sort of semi-low block, his strength is running in behind. There's nowhere for him to run. coming towards the ball is not really his game.
This is Domheim. Just a second cap for the Wrexham centre-back.
So you can see where Shea Adams is coming. He's coming short.
Good touch. This is Hurst. Really good tackle. That's not a good header though. Had that ball been better, still alive for Traore. All sorts going on in there. It's alert goalkeeping by Lafont. Toure battling in there and fouled.
And again, that'd be a yellow card for Christie with the shirt pull. Feels like there's more about Scotland though.
Well, they started
Since
the
about
first
the team
half
talk.
like this, didn't they?
Yeah, it's a bit of a bugbear in mind, the modern pro, where they've got to keep looking at the bench and coaches for tactical changes. Has to be sorted out on the pitch, ground level, do it yourself.
Well, on Robertson.
Chances as well. Great block from Suter. Good strength. Ferguson was asking for a penalty here.
Yes, Kessie all over him.
Again, in the World Cup, that would be checked.
Two that went around the east coast of the United States looking for a base for Scotland for this World Cup. They've chosen Charlotte, where there are no games taking place, but Charlotte FC in Major League Soccer has some really good facilities. That's where they'll be based. Ivory Coast looked offside against Wahi. Right across the face and a good block. And now the flag goes up.
Wow, it's ridiculous. That flag should have been up ages ago. So the linesman's in a really good position there. Surely put your flag up there. Because what you wouldn't want to see is two players having a collision.
Again, bit of space in a wide area for Scotland. Anywhere will do from Toure.
It's a hard team to break into.
I think he was initially signed back in the day to replace Seamus Coleman. That's a bad throw. Here's a chance for Hurst. Stays on his feet.
Well done, excellent play. But he rode the tackle well. It was an awful throw, as you said.
So tell us if it was the best option.
I think it was, because he showed good skill to get away from the defender. He rode the tackle well. There's a pass to be played to Ferguson, maybe to your left-hand side, but you'd be giving up the responsibility. I like the way George Hurst wants to take the responsibility and take the shot on.
A lot of space down that right-hand side. And a lot of bodies forward for Ivory Coast. The header from Domheim was a good one. This is Ryan Christie. He's giving it away now. Ivory Coast look like doing more damage with less of the ball than Scotland do when they've got possession.
Well, you made a great point before when you mentioned the distances. They're too deep now, Scotland. And Ivory Coast now can go backwards, but the front two now have got to trigger and put that press on. The midfield players will follow. The back five will squeeze higher up the pitch. They're getting nowhere near Ivory Coast at the minute.
Challenge is a good one from Lewis Ferguson. Simona Dingra and Amad Diallo waiting to come on. This is Billy Gilmore. Scotland urged forward by their supporters. And direct. Not seen much of Shea Adams in this game, have we?
No, well, it's not his game when you're asking him to come short and try and link the play. He's a player that's quick, so if you're a midfield player, you try and slip him down the sides and use his strength, which is his pace. But now they can put a press on. They've all got to follow now. Everyone go together. Don't allow the Ivorians out. And there you go, you win the ball back. That's what Scotland have to do more of.
The two changes can be made, one of which will see Benny Traore replaced by Amad Diallo.
I mean, every goal that was going in against Denmark were just getting topped every single time, weren't they? Incredible.
Shankland's really good finish is totally forgotten about. 20 minutes remaining. Andy Robertson to take this free kick. Scotland looking to get back on level terms. Ferguson saw that all the way.
Chance, you know.
It was. Third corner.
Chance at the far post. Bit fortunate, the defending.
Just taking the free kick. Robertson now tasked with taking the corner. It was Kessie and Ferguson last time. Away by Lafont. And now on the counter. This is where they've done Scotland before. And only McGinn back there alongside Nathan Patterson. White and Patterson to the rescue.
Well, it wasn't a great ball out from Wahi, but
To FIFA. Steve Clark joked yesterday he might include himself.
I'll get the boots back on.
26-man squad to be eventually selected. McLean with the ball through for Ferguson. Robertson with the cross. And that was nearly an own goal. Corner kick.
Their best passage of play by far, Scotland. Just felt as though the passing was a little bit slicker. Nice layoff, and then Andy Robertson with a stand-up cross. Was a little bit too much on it in truth, but that only just went over the bar.
Near post. And cleared away. Hurst waits and fires wide.
Tell you what, you know, if we see that again, that might have been a brilliant save from Lafont from the corner. He must have seen the save very late. Little flick on here at the near post. This and watching the 86 minutes, you know, plenty of players will tell you you need the adrenaline of a top competition. It'll be different when the players have got that adrenaline inside their system to go and play and go and run around, go and perform better.
They need to do something, Don, that they haven't done for a while. And that's win the opening game at a major tournament. From McGinn, breaks for Conway. Nope, referee not having it.
Great pass from McGinn though.
Super. He's played a fair bit for Middlesbrough coming in off the left-hand side. Tommy Conway. Good feet. Much better technical side, the Ivorians. Great dribble and a good save from Scott Bain. He's quite the talent though, isn't he? As Man United fans know fine well.
No, that's a top save. It's good football all round. Great dribbling ability, good balance, good skill. On another level at times, Ahmad. takes that shot, and it was firing in towards the corner. It's a brilliant save from Bain. Down to his left-hand side.
Bring back roll, and this is the temperatures in Liverpool. Interesting to see what Steve Clarke decides for his formation for the World Cup. Does he change things or stick with the one?
Got to try and find a centre forward to suit McTominay. That's what you have to do.
Adingra. Can't allow him space.
Oh,
hits the post.
I mean, how unlucky is that? That's amazing skill. And that's the depth of this squad when Adingra comes on, Ahmad comes on. Lovely skill to shift it onto his right foot.
Shoot is the cry to Tierney. To the back post. What a defensive header that is.
And that's the thing, I think, out of everything, Ivory Coast have done really well. Every time Scotland have threw a dangerous ball in there, they defended really well. Because that's a difficult one when they win.
And that's exactly what they've got. One or two boos from the stands, but not from the Ivorians. The Mersfai's side with a 1-0 win. Nicola Pepe's tap-in in the 12th minute. The difference between the two sides. Steve Clarke went with a back three today.